Hi, in this 2-minute NetBeans tip, we're going to learn about something very interesting about the command line. So here I have the command prompt open, and here I have NetBeans. And I look inside my bin folder. So this is the NetBeans bin folder. And in there you can see that there is a netbeans.exe file. So type netbeans64.exe and then -- help. And then you can see that there are various command line options here that you need to take a look at if you're interested in, for example, starting up NetBeans with a different look and feel, or with or without a splash screen, or with a different user directory. But there's one very specific item I want to take a look at in this tip, and that is the one where you can see it says here open, -- open, and then you can point to a particular file and even a line number, and then NetBeans will open that particular file and that particular line number. And so we're going to play a bit with that. Now, you might think that this command -- open is only relevant for starting up NetBeans from scratch. So if you don't have NetBeans started up, you would run this on the command line -- open, and in there point to a particular file and possibly even to a particular line number, and the NetBeans would start up, and that file would be open, and the cursor would be on that line number. That's true, that's all well and good. However, you can see I have NetBeans started up right now, and I also have the file system available in the Explorer. Now I'm just going to do a Control-C in here, so you can see C Grenoble, and I'm going to put that right there between the quotation marks, edit and paste, and now I press enter, and look what happens. Inside NetBeans a new tab is created, a new window containing that folder with the subfolders. So you might think, okay, interesting, but what's so cool about that? Well, this time instead of pointing to any old folder out there, we're going to point to a very specific folder. The folder is one which NetBeans is going to be able to recognize as a project, because there is an inbuilt project folder. Or let's take an even more extreme situation, that NetBeans is going to recognize the particular folder not because it has an inbuilt project folder, so I'm just going to delete this, but because it contains a .json file. It could also contain a package.json file. So we'll take this particular folder here, which contains either an inbuilt project folder, or a .json file, or a package.json file, and we put that here between the quotation marks, and I'll then press enter. What now happens is that NetBeans opens that folder as a project into NetBeans, and we can now configure that particular folder to point to the source root and those kinds of things. So here is the public HTML folder. We say OK, and now we can see the content here. And so from the command line, we have set up a project into NetBeans.